Alright, so I thought I would do a quick video on my latest little project here. So this is the new official Steampunked out checkout stand. I've gone to a Square for doing my checkouts now, and one of the things I didn't like about the Square was that you couldn't, you had to email the receipt. You couldn't do a printed receipt, so I had to buy a printer that would work with it, so because I really wanted to be able to offer a printed receipt to people who wanted it, something that's a little more traditional, makes them feel a little more comfortable. But because it's not a traditional system, I thought the best way to kind of handle that was to make the whole checkout experience non-traditional. So let's steampunk the whole experience out. So what I did was I actually built a steampunk checkout stand, and I modded out everything. I made a case for my printer. Now this is a Bluetooth printer. So there's this one I think is from Star Micronics. There's a couple things I don't care for about it, but there's not a lot of choice in the Bluetooth, and I had to go with Bluetooth because when you're doing the conventions, you have to be able to connect directly to the printer, because while you can use the network often to charge cards and stuff, you can't hook a wired printer up to their network. So Bluetooth printer lets me connect directly with the iPad, and the iPad that I've actually built a case for it. It's accessible right here, so I can pull this up and get the iPad in and out. Now this is set up so that if I set up the register, this all comes apart, so I can pull the Square out of here and then pull apart the entire deal in here, so that I can get to the wiring and everything on the underneath side. So, and it's not supposed to come off terribly easy, because hey, you don't want people to walk off with your iPad. These are kind of expensive. So, but anyways, you can see that this just sits on pins, and you can get into the back here to I'm even thinking about getting a supplementary battery pack and putting it on the inside. I do have a place where I can run the wire for the charger through to sit down in the base here. So I built myself a little bit of room there to do some things if I wanted. And then this just mounts back down on the pegs and closes up. And once that's set back up, you just pop the Square back in. I got a little 1-foot extension cable. These are the extension cable is kind of tough to find. You got to find a 4-pole, I believe. Anyways, you can look at the Square and see how many bands it's got on it, and you need the exact same kind of cable. And there are a few places you can get them, but they're not just. I tried several stores like Best Buy and stuff like that, could not find the cable, so I had to order the cable online. They have different links. They're not terribly expensive, but so yeah, so I just built in the little extension, set up the little case. I put it on a Lazy Susan hardware so that I can do what I need to do, and then I can spin it around and allow the customer to sign for it. And I also made the Steampunk stylus. I think I've done some pictures of that before. I did that so that I could use that with this checkout stand. So I do have a couple of extra ones that I made just because I enjoyed making them. I did them for fun, so I've got a couple for sale. But this is the one that I'm going to use for my checkout stand, and so it's sitting here and it's available for them to use. And then this is pretty heavy, pretty bulky. It's pretty tough to get apart and walk away with without somebody seeing it. The little printers, those are really expensive. This actually is screwed down to the table, and then I actually have a latching system here that allows me to pull the cover off, so that I can take the case off and then take the printer and get it charged or whatever. I may eventually go ahead and drill a hole in the side here to allow the charging cable to plug in and stuff. It really just kind of depends on, at the first couple of shows, how long the printer will run on a full battery. And the same with the iPad. I may not need it. Sometimes the busy shows would run down the credit card machine that I rented, so I would have to plug it in partway through the day, but this seems to be okay. Anyways, so, and then I just, I built a box to put it on with the shelf underneath, so I can put, staplers and that kind of thing. There's a little bit of room on the front side here. This is made out of hardwood. It's birch, and then I stained it. I just couldn't justify the cost that it was going to do for real walnut, so it was a lot more expensive than the birch. So I really wanted to do it in walnut, so I just used a walnut stain. Didn't come out as dark as I'd like, but all in all, I think I'm really pretty happy with it. At least for RadCon's coming up in about a week. We're going to run it there, and I like the look of it. I hope that the customers kind of enjoy the different experience for the checking out and kind of steampunking out that experience for them a little bit, making it a little something different. So we'll just we'll see how it goes. So hopefully the new square system works out a little bit better than some of the other stuff. It looks like it's going to work for me. And with the printed receipts and stuff, I think it'll be a unique experience. So anyways, hope you like the new project, and we look forward to seeing you this year at the cons. Thanks for watching.